everybody. So today we're going to try the 2022 Bourbon County Stout. This is the coffee stout version. Again, from 2022. Hopefully you guys can see that. Um, Drink by September 7th, 2014 or 2024. 13.2% ABV. Now, this is November, the beginning of November, 2023. So, almost a year to the date when you can purchase this. I don't know how soon before Black Friday they bottle these. I'm guessing we could say it's a year. Now, I was just given this, so if you're asking, hey, you just did one a year ago, why are you doing another one? I'm actually doing it to see if I like it better. I did look at my Untapped score. I did not look at what tasting notes, what smells, anything like that. But because I was just given this by Ryan, I figured I would get it cold. Let's do it. Because technically we have a year. Let's not sit on it. So uh, let's see how this goes. I did not buy multiple bottles of this. The standard one, yeah, I think I have two or three bottles laying around, but usually the adjunct ones, I only buy one. I don't try and save them. Now, this one, this was in 22. It's good for 2 years, but it is what it is. I actually got one from that I bought last year. I don't remember which version it is, but I have that getting cold. I'll do that tomorrow. But let's go ahead and get into this one. After I do this, I'm actually going to sit down and watch my review from last year, and I'll post that up here. I believe it is. The card will come out. Pretty sure it's up here. It's on the left side. Um, that I'll link, or I'll put it in the end card if you want to go back and watch that one. Um, but again, I'm doing this year to see if my palate's change, or if giving it almost a full year has changed. I love coffee. I like drinking my coffee cold. This has probably been out 40 some minutes, so it's getting warmer. I drink iced coffee with espresso. So, however you like yours, go from this and take what you want. No head on that color. I'm going with black. Now, this is a different glass. If I can hold this without, I'm going black. So I actually screwed up on some of these and pulled out three beers that are over 11%. This is a double oatmeal stout. I think they look about the same. But does the color really matter? How are you drinking this? Are you drinking it right out of the bottle? If you are, you don't care about the color. But let's go ahead and smell. I get that barrel. Is it? It almost smells like a whiskey. Does it say what kind of barrels? That this is, at least on here it doesn't. I get that oaky barrel, that oaky bourbon barrel. It doesn't come off as like a vanilla bourbon, just almost, I want to say a dry oaky bourbon. Maybe a little charred chocolate in there. Have a hard time picking up coffee. I don't get coffee. I get that barrel. Um, that if they're using it says coffee beans, so that's why we're not getting ahead. Yeah, like an oaky tannin bourbon, vanilla bourbon, maybe a hint of vanilla in there. It doesn't smell bad, but for a coffee barrel aged beer, where's the coffee? Let's go ahead and taste. Where's the coffee? Um, I want. I've had a couple coffee beers um, that were, I want to say, like fresh coffee beans that almost come off as like a pepper, and this doesn't do that. You get that bourbon almost like a sweeter, a light sweet chocolate bourbon oak. There's like a tartness in there. Like a tart chocolate oak. I still don't think this is good. Um, unless it's supposed to be like a very light coffee, like a city roast coffee or something like that, I would not call this a coffee stout. I've made porters, like coffee porters, just with basic malts that have more coffee than what this does. Yeah, it's like a tart oaky. If anything, I would say chocolate. Almost like a light tart chocolate Tootsie Roll with oak in it. I I don't know about this one. I want to read the comments to see what people think. So, are they putting after the barrel, and I never look anything up about these, but are they putting the stout in the barrel, then putting that in or in something with the coffee beans? Or are the coffee beans in the barrel? I could go on and on about, because even in the aftertaste it turns into more of a light Tootsie Roll, oaky Tootsie Roll. Bodies there almost, I would say halfway between medium and heavy. I think that's kind of odd too. Shouldn't this be more towards heavy? It's still good, but it's not a coffee beer in my opinion. Like I really want that coffee to come out, a coffee stout. Um, I would stick with 3.75. We're gonna check mine and we'll go through the comments, but 3.75. Where's the coffee? Like where's the espresso? Why isn't that sticking out the most instead of that sweetness? It doesn't say that there's cocoa nibs or anything like that. So when are those coffee beans added? Is it after primary before it goes into the barrel? And that's kind of sucking some of that coffee out. But as a coffee fan, I want a lot more. Let's check Untapped. So 20 of my friends have rated it 4.33. So it's me. 17,000 people have rated it 4.32. Again, call it what you want, but I'm not rating this just because, or higher just because it's a Bourbon County. So No Jinx said, tasty bourbon barrel aged coffee stout. Nice roasted coffee with huge bourbon. Yeah, mouth feels thin, like I said. Not overwhelming complex. He gave it a 4.25 though. Let's see. Coffee is hell? No. And these are April of 23. Smooth coffee barrel. Malty body. I didn't think about malty. It's definitely not a malty sweetness. I think it's a little too complex to pull out that malt, at least in my opinion. Getting lots of bourbon, yep, along with coffee, sweet, dark fruit. I yeah. I should have said dark fruit. I would say dark fruit over coffee. Definitely dark fruit over coffee. See what happens when you start reading these things? Coffee could be stronger, but he still gave it a 4.5. Oh, that's Goose Island Brew House. Yeah, February of 23. Yeah, so it's up to you. Again, I don't look any of these bourbon counties up. I couldn't even tell you what's coming out at the end of this month. I think they posted it, but I don't look at that. I buy what I can, and if I don't get it, I don't get it. But thanks to Ryan for giving me this. I would still say if you can find this, if you find some brew store that still has some of these, definitely worth picking up and trying. You got actually a year. Yeah, a little less than a year from now to pick this up, and I'm guessing you're still going to be good. Because again, I don't get that much coffee, so you might as well age it 5 years. But yeah, pick it up if you can. If you enjoyed this review, check out some more over here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. And until next time, cheers.